One got knocked down, he won't get up again. The other went knocked him down. One got knocked down, and now he's fucking dead. The other went knocked him out. Combo Breaker!
So, Mortal Kombat 11 is right around the corner, and I'm a huge fan of fighting games. Like, I love them, especially playing as their guest characters. I mean, I main Akuma in Tekken 7, and I play Leatherface and MKX all the freaking time. So allow me to count down my top 10 fighters I want to see as guest characters in Mortal Kombat 11. Alright, coming at number 10 is one that will literally never happen ever. But it's Ryu from Street Fighter. I know, it won't happen ever. But it would be a dream come true to see our white-clad martial artist throw a Hadouken at Scorpion. Plus, I mean, we've already have the moveset made for him, and it would transition pretty well to Mortal Kombat, actually. However, this would be pretty hard to do, say, that you'd have to use Evil Ryu for any of his fatalities, because, you know, Ryu doesn't kill people. I mean, what kind of loser has those morals? Actually, I have those morals. Shit! Alright, number 9 is far more likely than that. Now, here's the thing. We've had the 3 of the core 4 horror villains show up in Mortal Kombat. The only one that hasn't shown up yet? Michael Myers. He could be quite the unique fighter, being slow and powerful, but his primary weapon being a knife would make it so you have to get in really close. So he wouldn't have the greatest range, but he'd be able to do a shit ton of damage when you got in. Not to mention, he's got a new movie coming out this year, so let's go ahead and get him into Mortal Kombat already. I mean, come on! Alright, so number 8 is a very interesting pick. And, well, alright, you remember when Mortal Kombat once did that crossover with DC in a game called Mortal Kombat vs. DC? Yeah, I know, how original. Well, that game eventually led into the very popular Injustice game, and we've had Mortal Kombatants show up in there, so I don't see why we can't share the love. That's right, let's get the sadistic clown the Joker in for a fucking Mortal Kombat game. He would fit perfectly in there with his brutal arsenal of crowbars, guns, and explosives. He could have a fatality with the Joker Venom. Oh my god, it'd be so vicious. Alright, so I mean, the previous numbers on this list have been quite out there, but this one's pretty likely to happen, actually. And it would be totally kick-ass. That's right, Isaac Clarke from Dead Space. With his arsenal of guns like buzzsaw launchers, he'd be a great, like, zoner character, specializing in long-range setups, but he would fall flat in up-close combat. He's brutal enough to fit in, he's from a horror game, so I mean, he fits just right into the Mortal Kombat cast. Alright, for number 6, just hear me out for just a moment. Again, no, it's not highly unlucky. It'd be super badass, and if Kratos can get in, I don't see why Dante from Devil May Cry cannot get in this game. I imagine he'd be a super heavy combo character. He wouldn't actually do that much damage, but he'd have a wide array of like mid, far, and close range weapons, melee weapons, projectiles. He would just have amazing control of the arena, and he would make up for his lack of damage with his long-ass combos. Number 5 is obviously Spawn, and the reason I mention him is because, well, he's ultra violent, and he's supposed to he was supposed to be an Injustice, but they decided he wouldn't actually fit into the game that well. And with the reboot of the movies being a horror-themed thing, maybe we could see him in the next Mortal Kombat as some badass, heavy combo arms specialist warrior. It'd be so amazing. Number 4 is a rather groovy pick. Oh yeah, Ash Williams from Ash vs. Evil Dead. That franchise is awesome. With his dark magic, chainsaw hand, and boomstick, he could bring in a vicious moveset to the game. He'd be kind of like a mix of Leatherface, Shinnok, and Jackie Briggs. Oh my god, that'd be awesome. Dude, let's get Ash in this game already. So, number 3 goes to Marcus Fenix, who everybody actually thought was in Mortal Kombat 9 if you bought the Xbox version. Well, at least that's what I thought, but I was kind of dumb back then. But honestly, he would fit in great. Since Gears of War is already a vicious game with violent executions and like kick-ass weapons, he would fit right into this roster with ease. My number 2 pick, I've said time and time again. That's right, Doom Guy. He's a kick-ass demon slayer, and his power-ups, brass knuckles, chainsaws, and arsenal of guns to boot, Doom Guy would literally be ready to kick any ass in Mortal Kombat. Like, honestly, especially when you bring in the big fucking gun to just obliterate your foes. I mean, his kill moves in the new Doom game are pretty much first-person fatalities already. So come on, let's bring Doom Guy into this shit. Now, when it comes to honorable mentions, I've got 3 of them this time. The first honorable mention goes to the Terminator. He's super violent, he's got a huge arsenal of weapons. I mean, he would just fit in perfectly. Also, wouldn't he be a badass rival for the Cyborg Ninjas? Oh, hell yeah, I can already see it. Get like Sector come in, he uses his flamethrower, and Terminator's all like, I'll be back. Freaking loads his face up with some lead. It would be so kick-ass. The next honorable mention will literally never happen. But Ryuko Matoi from Kill La Kill. She's ultra violent, she's got a stupidly violent fighting style, she's got interesting abilities, and her weapon would make her a great addition to the roster. Although, there's just a few problems. One, she's an anime character, which already makes this next to impossible. But two, she wears next to no clothing, so that could be actually, no, look at the other Mortal Kombat girls, I don't think her outfit would actually be that big of a problem. But the fact that she's an anime character, that hinders her chances quite a bit. The last honorable mention is The Mask, from the comic books, not the movie. He's mentally insane, he's got incredibly violent, attitude, and he could fight with his Toon Force bullshit and very unique arsenal, with weapons ranging from, maces, machine guns, whatever the hell you really want him to use. He'd be kind of like Frank West from Marvel vs. Capcom 3, but a lot less limited in what kind of shit he could pull out and use. The number one spot, you could probably guess, goes to Pennywise the Dancing Clown. With Shang Tsung noticeably absent from the past few games, we need a shapeshifter, and with the success of the It movie and Mortal Kombat games bringing in horror icons, it only makes sense for Pennywise to join the battle. And they could use his shapeshifting powers to let him turn into previous guest horror characters, because Pennywise he turns into your worst fears. Thus, it would be pretty awesome to have Pennywise, for some of his moves, turn to Leatherface, then he can turn to Jason, then he turns to a big-ass spider. Oh my god, he'd be the most fun character ever to play. And he could have a fatality where he just says, "You all float too," and the enemy floats up into some giant monster that rips his fucking face off. Oh my god, let's get Pennywise in Mortal Kombat, please! So those are my choices for the guest fighters in Mortal Kombat 11. Tell me who you think should be in the game in the comments below, and you know what, have a great day. I'll see you next time.